stories. I miss our lunches together. I love you. I see it in your face. I heard it downstairs. You're still angry with me. So what do I do? What do I have to do? You ever gonna forgive me?
Tonight, a street fight erupts in Mount Barker. A man is charged with assault while his father-in-law dies in hospital. Exclusive, the threat from a grieving family demanding justice after an accused drink driver was bailed. Donald Trump's dire warning to Iran as he refuses to rule out troops on the ground. The national watchdog monitoring petrol prices and businesses taking advantage of the conflict. And Travis Head on the front foot over questions about Australia's T20 commitment.
This is 10 News Adelaide with Kate Freebairn.
Good evening. A man's died and his 25-year-old son-in-law's been arrested, then bailed after a heated street fight in Mount Barker. In a bizarre chain of events, police initially treated the incident as a murder investigation before assault charges were laid after the death was declared a heart attack.
A man unresponsive loaded into the boot of a car just before 10 o'clock last night. He had been lying unconscious on Malden Street after a fight broke out and witnesses claim weapons were drawn.
I ended up getting asked the bloke for the shovel. He threw it down on the ground. When I asked for the shovel, he's like, yeah, but he come at me with a knife.
A neighbour whose mother heard screams says he ran to a large group outside. It's not clear if they were involved in the fight.
They basically just kept repeating, the guy needs to go to the hospital right now. A few lads were trying to get this other bloke into a car, and then I sort of just held him there so he didn't fall out of the car.
The 39-year-old victim, Corey Morrison, was raced to hospital and died a short time later. Police say his son-in-law, 25-year-old Gerald Ware, fled the scene and was arrested nearby.
It's normally a fairly quiet street, so yeah, bit of a surprise.
Police initially anticipated to charge the man with murder, but after a post-mortem examination determined the victim's cause of death was actually a pre-existing medical condition, the charge was downgraded to assault. Police say he knew the alleged victim and no one else is being sought in relation to the death. Ware appeared in court this afternoon and the court heard Mr Morrison was punched in the head but died of an unrelated heart attack.
Not very comfortable living here. We know that's going on.
Rebecca Wilson, 10 News.
The family of a man who died after being hit while tending to his car in Adelaide's north is demanding justice. Relatives are furious the accused driver was granted bail. Abby Smith has this exclusive report.
Sandy Sandhu was weeks away from becoming an Australian citizen. He moved to Adelaide from India in 2015 for a better life for his family. Then on the weekend, the unthinkable.
It's a big loss for family. You have seen his kids, so this is a country, how they can survive.
The 33-year-old died after being hit by a vehicle while trying to jumpstart his car on the north-south motorway at Dry Creek. Relatives and friends are now supporting his grieving wife and 2 children as they fondly remember the truck driver known for his generosity.
He helped me all the time. When I need anything, I just call Sandy.
22-year-old Harrison Beckel was arrested and charged with causing death by dangerous driving and leaving the scene of a crash. He's also accused of drink driving while disqualified. Mr Sandhu's family are furious the accused driver was granted bail by the court. They're demanding justice.
That's totally unfair.
Please do something. Otherwise we will go back. Yes, with our family we will go back.
Mr Sandhu's parents are preparing to arrive from India next week to lay their son to rest. A GoFundMe page has been set up for the family, more than half of the target raised in just 24 hours. Abby Smith, 10 News.
The US president is warning Iran the worst is yet to come, with a bigger wave of strikes set to be unleashed. And he's not ruling out the possibility of American troops on the ground. More than 500 are now dead in Iran and 6 US troops confirmed killed.
The ambitions remain lofty.
This operation is a clear
devastating, decisive mission. Destroy the missile threat, destroy the Navy, no nukes.
Eliminate the intolerable threats posed by this sick and sinister regime.
But from high above Kuwait, 3 F-15 fighter jets spiralling towards the ground demonstrate the unspinnable reality that this war is spilling across an ever-widening theatre. The sight of US aviators knocked out of the sky could easily result in a throttling up of American military resolve. These, though, were shot down by friendly fire, and it was among friends that the ejected pilots landed safely.
No problem, you're safe. You're safe, you're safe. Everything good? No problem. Thank you for helping us.
But the Pentagon confirms there have been deaths among troops, 6 based in a makeshift facility in Kuwait. They died in the first retaliation strikes from battered Iran. We cannot reach their territory but can reach their bases, declared Iran's foreign minister. And that puts all allied facilities across the Middle East in their sights. In the same wave of attacks that killed Americans, Al Minhad Air Base in the UAE was also hit by a drone. It's been a launchpad for Australia's Middle Eastern operations since 2008.
All the Australians who are there are safe and accounted for. There were no injuries to Australians.
The US Secretary of Defense refusing to rule in or out the potential for US boots on the ground, echoing the president who kept the option open in an interview with the New York Post.
It's one of those fallacies for a long time that this department or presidents or others should tell the American people, this, and our enemies, by the way, here's exactly what we'll do.
But what is happening is retaliation. For every Allied strike, the threat of one back.
An effort of this scope will include casualties. War is hell, and always will be.
And the ground resembles it. With the air above Tehran thick with the dust of destruction, below in ruins, hospitals, police stations and schools. We struggled for 47 years to build our lives, says this woman. How can these lives be rebuilt?
The Secretary General is particularly concerned about the growing numbers of civilians we are seeing being killed and the destruction of civilian infrastructure.
Industry too is paying the price of war. Part of the world's largest oil port in Saudi Arabia inoperational and still smouldering. Ships aren't safe in the Strait of Hormuz.
All navigating through the Strait of Hormuz is forbidden.
And the footprint of this conflict remains large. Tonight, Israel is stepping up strikes on Lebanon and Hezbollah is warning of reprisals. Prime Minister Netanyahu shown the repercussions of Operation Lion's Roar at the Jerusalem site where 9 were killed.
The tyrants of Tehran target civilians. We target the tyrants of Tehran to protect civilians.
As all sides justify their actions, members of the US Congress, known as the Group of 8, have been given classified briefings.
To have an evil, murderous regime removed, it is a great thing.
That briefing raised many more questions than it answered.
Perhaps the most important, why?
The American people, our country itself, would be under threat.
There absolutely was an imminent threat, and the imminent threat was that we knew that if Iran was attacked, and we believed they would be attacked, that they would immediately come after us.
But a threat presented when Israel fired the first shot.
If we equate a threat to Israel as the equivalent of an imminent threat to the United States, then we are in uncharted territory.
Whatever the direction, the US is prepared to head that way for at least another month.
Whatever the time is, it's okay, whatever it takes.
Chris Kemp, 10 News.
Those stuck in the Middle East are now realising it may be weeks before they get out. As some countries start bringing their own people home, stranded Australians are being told our government is working on contingency plans, but is yet to announce repatriation flights.
Getting out and coming home. 127 Italians evacuated by charter. But as yet, there's no repatriation flights for Aussies stuck in the war zone.
Yesterday, I heard 2 big explosions very close to where we were.
Jacqueline was meant to have a 1-hour stopover in Dubai. 3 days later, she's rebooked to depart on Thursday, but...
If there's a chance I'm a flying target practice for the Iranians. I'm sorry, I don't want to be on that flight. I would prefer to be safe on the ground than flying around in the skies when it's not safe. And the thing is, I have actually seen the missiles blow up.
We should be doing whatever we can using all elements of government power to get more than 100,000 Australians stranded in the Middle East back home.
The most significant limitation on being able to do anything is the restriction of airspace. And when airspace begins to open up, our expectation is that the quickest flights that will resume will be commercial options.
While a handful of flights were able to get out overnight heading north, those to Israel and Bahrain orbit grounded. Key airlines Qatar and Emirates cancelling the majority of their services. The travel pain runs both ways. Teresa and her friend missed out on their trip to London last year. This time, they're really paying for it.
We're still waiting on our refund. We ended up just rebooking and paying for a ticket through the US.
How much are you out of pocket?
In total, we'd be nearly $26,000 for two people.
Authorities everywhere stress this is a rapidly changing situation and flight paths around the world will continue to be altered regularly. So the key is to remain flexible and stay in touch, no matter where you are.
I found other people from flights like myself that are just stranded here. So we're kind of like building a little community between all of us here. So we're calling it the Dubai Club.
Ali Donaldson, 10 News.
Petrol stations are being put on notice, with the Treasurer urging the consumer watchdog to clamp down on retailers that try to cash in on the war. The federal government insists there is enough fuel, calling for calm as motorists queue at service stations across the country.
The easiest way to find the cheapest servo in town, look for the queue.
We're on our lunch break. Yeah. We're filling up.
And stocking up.
So I bought 2 jerry cans because they are 20 litres capacity.
Before a price sting.
I mean, I have brothers and sisters in Israel and they are suffering through terrible bombs at the moment. So, I mean, I can't even complain about petrol.
With constant strikes in the Middle East, disruptions in a critical shipping route and spike in global oil prices.
If you can, do try and fill up at some of those cheaper prices because they are disappearing.
Currently, the national average for unleaded's $1.88 a litre, but get used to seeing it above $2, we're being warned, potentially even reaching $2.20.
We're talking about, more than $20 or so to fill up a 50-litre tank that's going to be on top of what we're already paying.
And frustrations are already spilling over.
Everyone's coming in behind.
To have some 34 days of fuel reserves in Australia is not acceptable at all.
There is no need to rush to the service station and fill up. There is no immediate threat to petrol supplies in Australia.
Treasurer Jim Chalmers has now asked the ACCC to keep a close eye on fuel prices to ensure retailers aren't ripping off drivers and profiteering from overseas conflict. The Reserve Bank's unsure about what impact the Middle East war will have on the Australian economy and interest rates.
The potential implications for inflation expectations also are something that we're very alert to.
At the same time, she says if energy costs stay higher for longer, the economy could slow down, putting downward pressure on inflation. But Michelle Bullock isn't ruling out a rate hike as soon as this month, if necessary.
I'm not making a prediction about March, but it will be a live meeting.
Chloe Boris, 10 News.
A man's been arrested accused of mistreating an animal after video of a dog appearing to be kicked in a Bunnings car park at Parafield Gardens went viral. Police launched an investigation after the pet's owner saw the social media post. A 48-year-old man was arrested in Smithfield and charged with ill treatment of an animal. He'll appear in court next month. A Formula One star's wife has stunned in an Adelaide-designed Paolo Sebastian gown on her wedding day. Ferrari driver Charles Leclerc and wife Alexandra announced their surprise nuptials on social media, sharing moments from their private ceremony in Monaco. The bride described the French lace gown embroidered with their initials and wedding date as her absolute dream dress. The Adelaide designer responding by wishing the wedded couple a lifetime of happiness. His designs are world class. Well, Max Burford is here with sport. And Max, I love that dress, but I think you might have been more into the car.
Kate, that car that they drove away with after the ceremony, it's a 70-year-old Ferrari. It's worth over $50 million. That's a piece of beauty. The dress is also nice, but that's the car for me. Up later in sport, we'll be talking a bit of footy. Pleasing injury updates for a handful of Crows. Also head in the game, the superstar back in SA colours for a Sheffield Shield final push. And on court with a week to lock in, the Sixers 7 days away from their playoffs opener.
Thank you, Max. Coming up in 10 News, Australia's gender pay gap narrows, but there's still a big discrepancy in high-paying jobs.
The clouds have cleared and we're enjoying some blue sky. After the break, I'll have all the latest on Adelaide's weather.
There's something growing. It's building in here. Do you hear those jungle drums? That's the demon. I've got this urge to do terrible things.
Tonight, the dirtiest move takes Survivor to the next level.
That dude's insane.
Dirty Harry came to me with a proposition.
Oh, that's crazy.
Play house with all new Woolworths Bricks Home. And right now, get a bonus bricks pack when you buy participating products from Farmers Union or Uncle Toby's in a $30 shop. Shop now at Woolworths.
Choose Mitsubishi Electric for ducted or split system air conditioning. To keep cool this summer, trust Simmons Heating and Cooling.
The nice thing about the middle of nowhere is it's in the middle of nowhere. Get an Airbnb and go where hotels can't.
I'm just going for a break.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Get what you really want with Australia's #1 large SUV 2 years in a row. With $3K off the Ford Everest Trend. Available at participating Ford dealers now.
Tackle grade whites and stains with Vanish Gold Pro Turbo Whites. Better be quick. Just 30 minutes. One scoop contains a unique accelerator system that turbocharges stain removal. Plus, Vanish revitalizes whites.
Trust Vanish, forget stains.
It's a lunch break thing. It's a mail it in thing. It's an in your language thing. There are more ways to vote than ever. Remember to vote by Election Day, Saturday, March 21.
If you're in South Australia, you can get $100 off a new NRMA comprehensive car insurance policy with promo code 100CAR. Visit nrma.com.au/SA offer. NRMA Insurance, a help company.
5 questions away from $1 million. Nobel Prize-winning scientist Enrico Fermi is commonly known as the father of what?
Good afternoon, Thomas Reeve from the Starlight Foundation Traffic Centre. A breakdown and a crash in Gilman on the Port River Expressway at the Hanson Road interchange. Heavy delays back up to Perkins Drive and North-South Motorway there. Look out for a breakdown in Bedford Park on Marion Road near Sturt Road. That's slow moving outbound. A few other crashes too. Morfett Vale on Main South Road near Flaxmill Road. Plimpton on Marion Road at Anzac Highway. And in Underdale on Henley Beach Road near Marion Road. Every minute of every day, a child is admitted to hospital. Help make it a happier place with a $30 donation to the Starlight Foundation every month. Donate today at starlight.org.au.
Welcome back. Men are nearly twice as likely as women to be in the highest paid roles in Australia, according to new workplace gender equality data. While the figures show a slight improvement in the overall gender pay gap, banks, airlines and the resources sector still have a long way to go.
A cheers to progress.
Cheers.
As one beer manufacturer bucks a nationwide trend.
A gender pay gap, 4.5% in an industry that averages 12% is fantastic.
But there's still a long way to go across the country. The federal government says the gender pay gap has come down by less than 1% in the past year. For every dollar a man makes, a woman earns around 89 cents.
There'd probably be plenty of views that it's not happening fast enough.
but we are seeing consistent change in the right direction.
But tides are changing and workplaces are evolving.
Nearly 2,000 employers have a gender pay gap close to 0%, and this number is growing.
The biggest area in need of improvement is at the top. Men are nearly twice as likely to earn the highest salaries and positions. Male-dominated industries like construction, mining and manufacturing seeing the biggest gaps in pay.
That women still dominate the lowest paying roles should offer a reality check.
The federal government wants the gender pay gap halved to around 5%, and those setting the trend have plenty of ideas on how to get there.
Getting someone's pay right when they start, because that compounds over time. You think about long service leave, superannuation, pay rises.
Keep fighting to all those women out there, because we are better than those men in those top jobs, and don't forget that.
Hansel Dew, 10 News.
Well, the grey clouds and drizzle have cleared across Adelaide, so Tiff Warne's headed down to Brighton. Tiff, it looks a little bit windy out there. What's it like?
It is a little on the windy side, Kate. Not great for my hair, but overall it is simply divine down here this evening. After that tropical low did wreak havoc over the last couple of days, and it was a little grey and cloudy, and on the drizzly side it's cleared into a lovely, stunning afternoon down here at Brighton. Plenty of people out for a lovely beach stroll, taking the doggies for a walk. Some people going for a dip as well, mind you. It is a little on the chilliest side for me, so I won't be going for a swim around the rest of the state. It was a little cloudy, especially around the western coast and a bit around KI, but we could also see a storm northeast of Moomba. Here in Adelaide, though, we're enjoying some very pleasant conditions thanks to a ridge of high pressure hanging around in the bight, mind you. As we did mention, those coastal breezes are picking up. Temperature-wise, we had an overnight low of 16 degrees. Our top today, a beautiful 24. I will have the full forecast a little later on in the bulletin. Kate?
Thank you, Tiff. We'll see you soon. Ahead in 10 News. The promising screen test to help with early diagnosis of ovarian cancer. And only on 10, KI's bold strategy in its cat fight against feral felines.
Just ahead at 6, bring us home. Aussies left abandoned in the Middle East as other countries send rescue flights.
Plus, when you can't help saying words you despise, living with Tourette's as a race slur controversy.
Welcome to the new era of Formula One. And it all starts here in Australia.
It's lights out. We're racing in Melbourne. Unbelievable. Formula One at its absolute finest.
Will this be Oscar's year? Over 3 massive days, the Australian Grand Prix starts Friday, live on 10.
Turn your Tuesday into Tuesday with Domino's Tuesday deals. Like large value pizzas from just $6.
Yeah! Tuesday, baby!
$6 pizzas every Tuesday at Domino's.
Fast, mini and effective. Unleash the speed of liquid with new Nurofen Zavance Minis, our smallest liquid capsule ever. The everyday pain relief you love, now even smaller. Or when you need to get tough on pain, Nuromol's powerful combination of ibuprofen and paracetamol provides fast-acting, longer-lasting, more effective relief than paracetamol alone. Hit pain hard with Nuromol.
Go! Ooh, I'm a little business boy. Go on, contribute. Tell them something business-ish.
Quiet your mind mouth with extra gum. Chew you good.
Lumo Energy is fully Australian owned and helps thousands of happy South Australians with easy energy plans and great value. We support SA's brilliant small businesses, the amazing Adelaide arts, and lighten the load for local sports clubs and communities. So illuminate the positive with Lumo Energy. Join today for a brighter SA.
Lumo Energy. When your dog's healthy on the inside, it shows. Take a closer look. Those eyes. That energy. Purina One helps support their healthy gut microbiome for visible health from the inside out. Purina One.
If you're in South Australia, you can get $200 off a new NRMA Home Buildings insurance policy with promo code 200HOME. Visit nrma.com.au/SA offer. NRMA Insurance, a help company.
Can Finnish tackle Nonna's famous feast and those burnt-on stains? Mum doesn't think so. Finish Ultimate Plus gives a deep clean for a brilliant shine. What's your Finish challenge?
That's $250 for the night.
How? I paid $370.
Trivago.
But what if I like to use my loyalty rate?
It's on Trivago.
Well, I like to book directly with the hotel.
That's on there too.
Trivago compares hotel prices from hundreds of sites, so you can save up to 30%.
I thought I got the best price on my favourite site.
Do I really have to say it again?
Hotel Trivago.
Maybelline New York New Lifter Foundation for plump, glowy skin and 24 hours of hydration. With niacinamide and hyaluronic acid, it's foundation that acts like skincare. New Lifter Plump and Glow Foundation.
Time to roll up and goggle.
I'm really good at getting trolleys in like a trolley bay, so I reckon I'd be good at this.
On the special day, 9 o'clock Wednesday.
You're watching 10 News. Ovarian cancer is one of the most serious cancers affecting Australian women, with around 2 out of 3 diagnosed when it's already advanced. Now, the University of Queensland is hoping to identify the cancer before it's too late.
A simple blood test that could save thousands of women every year.
The scariest part of ovarian cancer for me is the fact that there is no screening and there is no early detection test at the moment.
Seeing what the treatment does to a woman is very hard to see, and their family as well.
The University of Queensland wants 1,500 women aged 50 to 74 with no prior history of ovarian cancer to take part in the population-based screening test. The study focuses on microscopic bubbles naturally released by cells that carry protein and genetic information, which can signal the presence of cancer.
So that means that we're able to identify these vesicles that are coming from these tumour cells in the blood.
UQ has licensed the technology to a biotechnology company to develop and commercialise the screening test. So far, it's been evaluated on more than 500 blood samples with a 100% detection of early-stage ovarian cancer.
I encourage any postmenopausal woman who still has her ovaries to participate in the study.
Results are expected by 2029. Sharon Gadella, 10 News.
A bold plan aims to eradicate feral cats from an ecologically important part of Kangaroo Island. Researchers are using artificial intelligence to help catch them, but now need more funding to help secure the program's future.
Hunting a feral predator on an island celebrated for its native wildlife. It's estimated less than 150 cats remain on the Dudley Peninsula at the eastern end of KI. Enough, though, to continue to devastate local species already on the brink of existence.
Here we have critically endangered southern brown bandicoots. We've got the Kangaroo Island dunnets, Kangaroo Island echidnas, the little penguins. All of these are targeted by cats.
Around 2,000 cats have been removed from the peninsula since the cat eradication program was launched 6 years ago. With Kangaroo Island now on the cusp of being the first inhabited island to successfully complete an elimination of this size anywhere in the world.
The issue with Kangaroo Island is that cats have no other predators or competitors. There's no wild dogs, there's no foxes. They are the apex predator.
Using AI-enabled cameras, the program monitors cat activity and detects when a trap has been activated.
We have the highest level of support for the program anywhere in Australia. We have the highest participation levels in terms of trapping programs that our community participate in.
Researchers say of the 17 native species on the island hunted by cats, 7 have completely disappeared, highlighting the importance of a program that now faces uncertainty, with its completion hinging on further funding.
we need all parties to commit at least $800,000 to making sure that the Dudley Peninsula cat eradication gets done.
There are plans to reintroduce long extinct species to the ecosystem once cats are completely eradicated from the peninsula, before attention turns towards ridding the entire island of the ruthless hunters.
A golden opportunity in South Australia to reverse extinction. For the first time in 100 years, we could have spotted-tailed quolls back on the ground, replacing feral cats.
Tiffany, Warne, 10 News.
After the break, we'll check on the fuel situation in Adelaide and the promise to give every South Australian over 60 access to a seniors card.
Questions away from $1 million. Nobel Prize-winning scientist Enrico Fermi is commonly known as the father of what? No pressure.
None at all.
Only $1 million in play.
Play house with all new Woolworths Bricks Home. And right now, get a bonus bricks pack when you buy participating products from Energizer or Finish in a $30 shop. Shop now at Woolworths.
How far would you go to keep your home smelling fresh? Try Airwick 24/7 fragrance, aerosol-free automatic spray infused with 2 times more essential oil for up to 70 days of freshness. Now that's a breath of fresh Airwick.
At Image Robes, you can get built-in robes designed, made and installed, all on a budget to suit you. Image Robes are the manufacturers, so there's no middleman, with over 40 colours to choose from. Call or visit Image Robes for an in-home measure and quote today.
I'm just going for a break.
I want to break free. God knows I want to break free. But life still
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Just how hard does Boost Mobile work? It goes harder than a robot vacuum in a house of labs, and even harder than Ned Brockman's podiatrist. Yep, with big coverage. Boost Mobile works its ass off.
The nice thing about the middle of nowhere is it's in the middle of nowhere. Get an Airbnb and go where hotels can't.
When your dog's healthy on the inside, it shows. Take a closer look. Those eyes. That energy. Purina One helps support their healthy gut microbiome for visible health from the inside out. Purina One.
For over 90 years, South Australians have opened their doors to Rest Haven, and we've been opening doors to a better life at home. From personal care to social outings and help with the shopping, you'll welcome the care that Rest Haven brings.
It's the ultimate classroom finale. And for our top 3 teams, we're firing things up.
We've got 3 mega challenges to get stuck into in this final episode.
Who will triumph? And who will crack under pressure?
So stressed.
As our teams fly sky high. Whoa. To be crowned the ultimate champion. Yeah. In the
Ultimate Classroom Finale.
6 p.m. Saturday on Nickelodeon.
Suspense is chilling.
Looks like another cold case, Sarge.
Oh, no wonder she's frozen stiff. Check out the cost of her car and home insurance renewals.
Time to melt these rates with award-winning cover.
And the comfort of knowing that Budget Direct paid out over $1.5 billion on claims in the last 12 months.
Oh, thanks.
Do yourself a favour, quote with Budget Direct first.
Insurance solved with Budget Direct.
Tonight, the dirtiest move takes Survivor to the next level.
That dude's insane. Dirty Harry came to me with a proposition.
Oh, that's crazy.
Don't miss the dirtiest move, 7:30 tonight.
Good afternoon, Thomas Reid from the Starlight Foundation at Traffic Centre. Rather chaotic on the roads out there at the moment. A breakdown and crash in Gilman on the Port River Expressway at the Hanston Road interchange. Heavy delays back up to Perkins Drive and North-South Motorway. We have a breakdown out east in Kensington on the Parade near Portrush Road. Several crashes as well. Smithfield on Coventry Road at Ballard Road. Elizabeth South on Phillip Highway at Blake Road. And in Elizabeth on Main North Road at Phillip Highway. Every minute of every day, a child is admitted to hospital. Help make it a happier place with a $30 donation to the Starlight Foundation every month. Donate today at starlight.org.au. That's the latest traffic for your Tuesday Arvo.
Adelaide's top stories. A man has died after a street fight in Mount Barker. His alleged attacker, who was initially arrested for murder, now charged with assault after it was found to be an unrelated heart attack. A grieving family wants justice after the man accused of a deadly crash is granted bail. And contingency plans are being drawn up to help thousands of Australians stranded in the Middle East. Back to fuel prices now and the effects from the Middle East conflict. Straight to Jace Kemp. Jace, what's the situation in Adelaide?
Yeah, Kate, petrol prices appear to have jumped around 10 cents a litre across many outlets today, and that appears to have sparked some panic buying across SA. Here at this Seaford Meadows service station, they've already run dry of regular unleaded. The staff say they sold out earlier today due to overwhelming demand, but stressed stocks will be replenished this evening. It's one of several servos across Adelaide that are without regular unleaded at the moment, with drivers seen lining up at pumps as prices surge to around $1.90 a litre. The REA says this spike is outside the normal discount cycle in SA, while interstate it's even worse, with some cities already paying well over $2 a litre. But experts are calling for calm, saying there's no shortage of supply and no reason to panic buy. And Kate, they still say there's plenty of fuel in reserve, so there's still plenty of time to go out and get some cheap fuel. Back to you.
Good to know. Thank you, Jace. State Labor is promising to give all South Australians over 60 a seniors card, regardless of whether they're working or not. Today, both leaders served up policies aimed at key demographics in the looming election.
The Labor leader today revealed his recipe to woo South Australia's mature voters.
How's my technique? You're not that keen on it? No, not that keen on it, no. I can tell.
Peter Malinauskas indulging in a visual smorgasbord as he cooked up today's sweetener, a cost of living measure that expands eligibility for the seniors card to another 80,000 South Australians, removing the previous restriction to those who work 20 hours or less.
If you're 60 or older, you will get the seniors card, regardless of whether you're working or not, should the government be returned at the election.
The primary benefit is free public transport 24/7.
The card for me would be most useful going into the museum or the art gallery, or if I have meetings in the city, simply because I don't have to park.
It also attracts discounts on fuel, groceries and cinema tickets at participating businesses.
The cost to taxpayers would be about $2 million a year, and the extended eligibility would take effect from July.
Liberal leader Ashton Hearn was pumping up her plan to restore the Export Ready program. $5.5 million to help small businesses sell their produce to the world.
Upskilling them on how the markets operate, some of the skills that they'll need to be able to tap into certain markets, and there's of course a $50,000 grant initiative as well.
The program is backed up by a $300 million rural financing fund to help farmers, wineries and grape growers. Alan Murrell, 10 News.
Videos have been released of Bill and Hillary Clinton testifying about their ties to Jeffrey Epstein. The footage offers fresh scrutiny on the Epstein investigation amid growing calls for President Trump to share what he knows.
The first former president ordered to testify before Congress, Bill Clinton faced hours of grilling over his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein.
There's nothing that I saw when I was around him that made me realised he was trafficking women.
Newly released footage of last week's deposition shows Clinton confirming he ended contact with Epstein years before the predator's guilty plea in 2008.
Did you ever witness Mr. Epstein sexually abuse or assault young women or girls?
No.
But Clinton did travel on Epstein's private plane around a dozen times, he says, for philanthropic work.
Were there anybody on the flights that you can recall under age 18?
To the best of my knowledge, there was not.
Former Secretary of State and First Lady Hillary Clinton was also in the hot seat, though she insisted she was the wrong person to be facing questions.
This institutional failure is designed to protect one political party and one public official. rather than to seek truth and justice for the victims and survivors.
The release of these videos was meant to show transparency in the Jeffrey Epstein investigation, but the latest polling shows the majority of Americans aren't buying it. Instead, most believe the handling of the Epstein files shows that the wealthy and powerful are rarely held accountable.
We are once again demanding that now President Trump, who is in the Epstein files almost more than anyone else besides Ghislaine Maxwell, answer our questions.
A call that's almost certainly going to go unanswered. In the United States, Catherine Firkin, 10 News.
Now here's Max Burford with tonight's sport. Max, what's coming up next?
Hello again, Kate. Travis Head is back in town to help his Sackers out. The Matildas are up on the Gold Coast and the Crows are strongly looking at a round one debutante. At the Power, Ewan McKinlay's round one chances continue to firm, but Jack Lukosius is in doubt once again. And no conjuring on this court, the new wizard who was cast out without even playing a second.
First game, first win.
There it is!
The Tillies are off and flying.
Sam Kerr doing what Sam Kerr does best.
Now they play a run in the Women's Asian Cup. Live Thursday on 10 and Paramount Plus.
Needs a little light.
Needs a lot of love.
Refinance?
Go for it.
It's getting tight.
Too tight.
Bigger home?
Let's do it.
Whatever role you need us to play, we're your partner for every stage. NAB, more than money.
Is the laundry basket stink too much for detergent alone? Pynoclean Platinum Laundry Sanitizer removes 99.9% of odour-causing bacteria. It also leaves 28 days of refreshing fragrance. It's not clean unless it's Pynoclean.
That's $250 for the night.
How? I paid $370.
Trivago.
But what if I like to use my loyalty rate?
It's on Trivago.
Well, I like to book directly with the hotel.
That's on there too.
Trivago compares hotel prices from hundreds of sites, so you can save up to 30%.
I thought I got the best price on my favorite site.
Do I really have to say it again?
Hotel Trivago.
I'm just going for a break.
I want to break free. God knows I want to break free. But life still
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
For 60 years, Colorbond steel has been made by this country, a land that demands durability. From scorching sun to harsh storms and ferocious winds, we weather it all with resilience. Colorbond, made by Australia.
When your dog's healthy on the inside, it shows. Take a closer look. Those eyes. That energy. Purina One helps support their healthy gut microbiome for visible health from the inside out. Purina One.
Oi, Dad, turn it up!
Knulls caravans, Knulls caravans,
Hey, Blighty, isn't that a Knowles caravan?
Isn't that Malcolm Blight?
It's an Island Star. What a legend.
Top spot. Not bad. Hey, Blighty.
Knowles Caravans, trusted for quality, driven for adventure.
Couldn't park a bit closer, could you, mate?
When it comes to seafood, you can't beat local.
There you go. And buying SA Seafood is the best thing you can do for our fishing industry.
So buy the best. Buy SA Seafood.
Authorised by the Government of South Australia.
Who said healthy food's got to be boring, right?
So let me give you some incredible recipes.
Jamie Oliver, Eat Yourself Healthy, Friday on 10.
Welcome back. The Crows are expecting to regain a host of key players for round one next week, but Riley Thilthorpe is in some doubt. The big key forward won't return to the main training group this week as he manages that back soreness. It leaves him just a few days to prove he is fit enough to play Collingwood. James Peatling has a similar time frame on his injured hammy. Cal Archie, Isaac Cumming, Isaac Rankin and Sam Berry, they are all fit to return to training this week though, along with Jake Saligo. So that's the good news. Meanwhile, having unleashed a barrel on the Dockers, Mitch Marsh is firmly in the mix for a round one debut.
He'll be a good chance, yeah. He certainly did everything right to stake his claim. So it was great to have such a young talent come in and play his role within the group.
Sid Draper, he's got a bit of a question mark still. It would appear unlikely. He only played 2 quarters in the Sandful side against the Eagles on Friday. Over at the Power, youngster Ewan McKinlay has one hand on his own round one spot after impressing the new coach against the Eagles. Playing a mix of wing and half forward, McKinlay has put a strong focus on the defensive side of his game throughout pre-season. A small taste of AFL footy in the last game of 2025 has helped spur him on over the summer.
Definitely getting a monkey off the back, getting that off, like sort of not worrying all pre-season about like getting a game, I guess. But just sort of, help me know what the level is. I'd like to think I'm around the mix. But yeah, I'm not sure. I think obviously we got Miles pretty likely to come back in.
Jack Lukosius will be back in training tomorrow, having missed today, and he's facing an uphill battle to be ready for round one due to a groin injury. Over the border, Carlton will unleash top draftees Jagger Smith and Harry Dean for the first time against Sydney this Thursday night. Jacob Wiedering looks set to line up on former Blue Charlie Curnow, while Isaac Heaney wants to target 2 of his former teammates.
This is a very new Carlton lineup.
Have upwards of, 10, 11 new players from how we finished last year.
And there are storylines everywhere. Ahead of the season opener at the SCG, it's hard not to start with 2 debutants led by Jagger Smith.
Well, the assistant coaches actually didn't want to pick this guy, but I did. Jagger Smith.
Seen him over the last couple of weeks and the impact that he can have on games and, probably how value he'll be to us in the short term and the long term.
Father-son Harry Dean is also straight in against the giant Swans forward line.
Just a few people, but I'm playing Thursday.
One of those talls is former Blue Charlie Curnow, who'll likely line up on Jacob Wiedering if he overcomes a rib issue.
But we sort of put friendships aside and we go into combat. I'm sure there'll be some gamesmanship within that.
While former Swans Will Hayward and Ollie Florent are almost certain to face their old teammates, and Isaac Heaney was happy to add some extra spice.
For some reason, it's always if you can put a bigger shot on your mate, you try and do it. But it's going to be on this Thursday and I can't wait.
The Bombers have to wait a week before they host the Hawks next Friday night. Young defender Archie Roberts said it's been a different pre-season and his hardest.
More games, more footy stuff, less sort of junk running, which is great.
Adrian Franklin, 10 News.
Hawthorn fans will be keeping a close eye on Jai Newcomb's appeal tonight. He's hoping to get a one-match ban for a tackle downgraded to a fine. The Hawks are arguing it is not rough conduct and low impact rather than medium. The case continuing in Melbourne. Anyone questioning Australia's commitment to the T20 format needs to relax, according to Travis Head. The Aussie vice captain is using the unexpected extra time off to help SA this week on the hunt for another Shield final.
From the Grand World Cup stage to the nets in the Adelaide Parklands, Travis Head couldn't pass up the chance to play for his state.
Trying to, against balance, a bit of family life, which I've spoken about in the past, but also understanding that it's an important time for South Australia. It's an important time to be back involved.
SA's in a dogfight to make the Shield final. If a title defence is on the cards, wins in the final 2 games give the best chance to leapfrog Queensland into the top 2. Head happy his home state is now a consistent threat.
They've made it enjoyable to come in, which it wasn't always the case over the last 10 or 15 years. It hasn't, when you're getting sort of kicked in the head every week and not playing well, it can sometimes be pretty difficult to rock up.
He's back for just the 1 game before jetting off to the IPL. Expect a new Aussie Test opener at the top of the order with an eye already on the Bangladesh Red Bull series.
Most likely I'll be doing it in August in a few months' time, so I'll like to get as many opportunities as I can, so we'll see in a couple of days' time.
Head's most recent time in Aussie colours was far from a success. The T20 World Cup exit's still burning.
It's been disappointing to wake up and watch some of the scores. yeah, we weren't good enough, and that's as simple as that.
The vice-captain defended the team's preparation, saying they built up meticulously for 18 months, went in with good form and clear plans. Sometimes in T20 cricket, it just doesn't go your way.
There's a lot of people that draw long bows when Australian cricket teams don't win. There needs to be a reason. People want a reason. Sometimes there is, and sometimes a bit harder to explain than that. So we weren't good enough, so everyone can draw their own conclusions, but we know as a team that we're fully committed.
Lucas Ronaldo, 10 News.
Still no clarity on the fitness of Matilda's keeper Mackenzie Arnold, with suggestions she might miss another Asian Cup game. With a short turnaround between the games, all areas of Australia's depth are being tested.
Australia's keeper question won't go away. Mackenzie Arnold is considered a 50-50 chance to face Iran after fourth-choice keeper Chloe Lincoln was called up to play the Philippines. That game marked a major milestone for Amy Sayer, 8 years after her Matilda's debut.
It was really exciting. It didn't quite feel like such a momentous occasion, but it was my first major tournament debut. And I actually haven't thought about it in that way until now.
After a long road back from an ACL injury in 2024, Sayer says it's about everyday progress, not big moments.
Coming through my injury and everything, a lot of people want to find that big moment that, you know, is show-stopping and really amazing and really just makes you reflect. But perhaps I'm not that type of person. I like to just get on with business.
The Iranian team are also hoping to get on with business despite the ongoing turbulence at home. They took the field last night against South Korea, staying silent during the national anthem.
You know, it's really brave of them to be able to be here and to perform. The best we can do to contribute is to just give them the best game of football that we're able to.
With 3 group games in just 8 days, player management will be critical for the Matildas this Asian Cup. Sayer is confident the players and support staff will do everything they can to make sure they're peaking at the right time. That includes careful management of Sam Kerr and Mary Fowler.
A 26-player squad is quite a big one. We've never really seen that before. Everyone is putting their best foot forward. We're all competing in training in the best way possible.
James Ingram, 10 News.
Do you want to see your school, your workplace maybe on the news? Well, why don't you email through a message of support for the Tillies to 10 News Adelaide. You can feature in our Player of the Day. Keep the entries coming. Hope for the win the Asian Cup. All right, the 36ers, they've returned after a few well-earned days off to ramp up the playoff prep. Isaac Humphries says the Ignite Cup final was a great tester for the high-stakes nature of finals hoops, and the break that they've had after it was much needed.
We've spent a lot of time on the road, we've got a lot of road games, a lot of trips and time together, so I think it was important to just have our own space for a little bit, and even though most of us hung out together those days anyway.
Humphries has never played a home playoff game in his stints at the Sixers, like most of them, so next week's game 1 will be a whole new experience. Well, not quite a textbook NBA box out, but this was certainly an interesting way to stop a 3-time MVP in Nikola Jokic.
My goodness, Jokic. Should have brought a saddle, bro. I mean, just right into the barn.
Yeah, a bit of a height difference. Denver teammate Jamal Murray dropped 45 points in the Nuggets' controversial 3-point win over Utah. Elsewhere, Milwaukee's Giannis Antetokounmpo returned from a calf injury after a 15-game absence, although his Bucks, they were destroyed. A 27-point loss to the uniformed Celtics. Still over there, Trae Young. He's now at Washington after being traded. Even though he is yet to play for the tanking Wizards, he's still invested, maybe a little too invested. Today, he was ejected for getting into a scrap with the ref and stepping onto the court.
Look, he's just... We have a technical foul on Trae Young for running on the court, and he's been ejected. Oh, wow.
Wow. Trae Young hasn't even played a game yet for the Wizards.
So, after being thrown out before he's even played a second for his new team, Ice Trae, that's his nickname. Well, he can have our spray of the day because Ice Trae lost his cool. Look, he's a passionate man. I get it, Kate. I get it. That's sport.
He wasn't even wearing his uniform. How about that one? Thank you, Max. Tiff's up next, and she'll have our Adelaide weather forecast.
There's something growing. It's building in here. Do you hear those jungle drums? That's the demon. I've got this urge to do terrible things.
Tonight, the dirtiest move takes Survivor to the next level.
That dude's insane.
Dirty Harry came to me with a proposition.
Oh, that's crazy.
Next level cat people give their cats next level protection with NexGuard Spectra. It's the most complete protection against fleas, ticks, mites, worms, even tapeworms, all in one easy monthly application. NexGuard Spectra.
Come on, darling, up you hop. There's a glass and a half in everyone. Cadbury Hollow Easter eggs in store now.
Fast, mini and effective. Unleash the speed of liquid with new Nurofen Advanced Minis, our smallest liquid capsule ever. The everyday pain relief you love, now even smaller. Or when you need to get tough on pain, Nuromol's powerful combination of ibuprofen and paracetamol provides fast-acting, longer-lasting, more effective relief than paracetamol alone. Hit pain hard with Nuromol.
And as they say, your health is your wealth, Ed.
Whoa, impressive, Narelle. Almost as impressive as the $350 savings that our real customer Simon made.
That's right, Ed. I switched my car insurance to Yui and saved $350.
$350? Whoa, what a turnaround. Oh. Oh. That's Narelle. Always hanging around. Shop around. Try Yui.
Yui, you insured.
Hi, Dad. It's me, Zoe. I can't wait for you to hear better again. I love you, Dad. Hi, Dad.
It's not just your hearing. For us, it's your life. That's why we created the Amplifon Wave. More than 2 million Australians have already assessed their hearing using our unique testing protocol. Now it's your turn. Visit one of our 350 clinics nationwide with prime locations open 7 days a week. Call 13MyEars today.
Are you looking for the perfect tiles for your home? They're here at Cerberus Ceramics. Visit our architecturally designed showroom today and our experienced consultants will be here to help you along the way. Think Cerberus Ceramics.
That's $250 for the night.
How? I paid $370.
Trivago.
But what if I like to use my loyalty rate?
It's on Trivago.
Well, I like to book directly with the hotel.
That's on there too.
Trivago compares hotel prices from hundreds of sites, so you can save up to 30%.
I thought I got the best price on my favourite site.
Do I really have to say it again?
Hotel Trivago. All the freedom, now with up to 475 kilometres of range. All the convenience with a free home charger, and all yours with our anniversary finance offer. The new Geely EX5 extended range SUV. Book your test drive today.
Sensitivity is when you feel that short, sharp pain. Sensodyne Repair and Protect has Novamin. It forms strong reparative layer over sensitive teeth. Try Sensodyne. It works. Nobody does sensitivity like Sensodyne.
Tonight's weather report proudly supported by Paramount Plus. A mountain of entertainment on Paramount Plus.
When news breaks, we go deep.
Bushfires have sadly turned deadly.
Getting into the thick of it.
The good will prevail over evil.
10 News, followed by 10 News Plus.
Well, we've all seen a fight between kangaroos, but what about two koalas squaring up? The furry heavyweights were spotted on a roadside, locked into what looked like a wrestling match. No injuries have been reported, and at this stage it's unclear who won the bout. I think the one on the right. Adelaide's expecting sunny weather for the rest of the week, and Tiff Warne joins us live with the forecast from Brighton. Tiff, how's the beach looking this evening?
Well, Kate, it is a little on the windy side, which is a nightmare for a weather presenter trying to keep her hair neat. But other than that, it's still a beautiful afternoon down here at Brighton. Plenty of people out for a stroll, taking the doggies for a walk. Some people even game enough to go for a dip, but not me. It's still a little too on the fresh side for me. After a grey few days, thanks to that tropical low and the odd drizzle, we've had the clouds clear today to enjoy some gorgeous blue skies, and we will stay quite stable for the next few days. degrees. That's all thanks to a ridge of high pressure. We might have some cloudy mornings and a foggy start on Thursday, but overall we will enjoy beautiful sunny conditions and temperatures sitting a little above the March average for this week. Now let's have a look into your temperatures today. In the city we had an overnight low of 16 degrees and a beautiful top of 24. It was a cloudy start, as I mentioned, but they did clear off into a gorgeous sunny day. Around the suburbs, Glenelg reached a top of 25. 24 was the top in Elizabeth, 23 degrees in Noarlunga, just 19 in Mount Barker, so a little on the cooler side there, 21 the top in Murray Bridge. Around the rest of the state, 28 degrees in Coober Pedy, 27 in Roxby Downs. Port Augusta and Maitland reached 23. Port Pirie had a top of 24, 22 degrees in both Ceduna and Whyalla. Further south, Renmark and Uriutpa reached 24. Mount Gambier and Kingscote 22, 25 in Narracourt. Taking a look at the synoptic chart, a ridge of high pressure will persist across the south this week before the high moves across the Bight on Friday. Around the country tomorrow, showers and 29 in Sydney, 22 and cloudy in Melbourne, 30 the top for Brisbane. Returning home to SA, Coober Pedy's heading for a sunny 30, 29 in Roxby Downs, 28 in Woomera. Further south, 23 in Port Lincoln and Mount Gambier, 26 in Uriutpa and Keith, 25 in Narracourt. On metro waters, south to southeasterly winds up to 15 knots, seas around a metre. Around the suburbs tomorrow, mostly sunny, 27 for Glenelg, 26 in Noarlunga and Elizabeth, 23 in Mount Barker. In the city tomorrow, we're expecting an overnight low of 14 before reaching a mostly sunny top of 27. Thursday, sunny and 27. Friday, 28. The sunshine will be out for the long weekend, 28 on Saturday. Sunday and Monday, 29. Tuesday, 31. That's your Adelaide weather for this Tuesday.
Bring us home on 10 News Plus, the Aussies who say they've been abandoned and left in the dark in the Middle East as the war rages around them. Other countries have arranged mercy flights, so why haven't we?
After being dumped at the hotel, I have not heard from anybody or it's just been silence.
Do you feel abandoned by the Australian government?
I'm just stranded and alone.
What's the end game? Starting a war is one thing, but is it mission impossible? What's Donald Trump's trigger to end the conflict, and are the goalposts moving?
Also, uncontrollable outbursts.
Why did I break my fan?